event. Overall scores for the competition will be taken from 4 separate events. The Super Slalom through Gulliver's Travels, Yummy Yummy's Playground. A head-to-head sprint through the Stairway to Heaven. A freestyle surf competition on one of the best waves in the world. And a survival surf-off on the monster wave known as Oblivion. Excitement was high at the start of the event, but first the competitors had to get into the gorge.
Come on! We'll be fine. Let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! Come on! Yeah, baby!
And so to the first event, the Super Slalom. And unlike traditional Class 2 and 3 slalom courses, the course is set on the longest and most technical of all the Zambezi Class 5 rapids. The cunning and devious course tests the skills of the paddlers to the extreme as they navigate their way through upstream and downstream gates whilst avoiding natural obstacles. They must make it through in the fastest possible time without incurring time penalties by hitting or missing gates or by rolling upside down. Julie Dion of Canada is first up, but she struggles with the course. After missing gate 2, she's pulled offline and is forced to miss the next 3 gates. Ladies freestyle world champion Deb Pinniger has a tense moment and experiences similar difficulties in these challenging conditions. After a very fast line through gate 1, Olympian Corin Addison misses gate 2 and fails on his second attempt, wasting valuable time.
This is a very steep rapid. It's very unpredictable. There's giant boils and surging hydraulics pushing off the walls. A lot of the people today had an incredible amount of difficulty, and these are the world's best paddlers here. This is not, you know, Joe Average that we're seeing being pushed around like a rag doll. This is really the world's best paddlers, and I've never been on a slalom course that's anything like it.
A solid run from Brad Juddon from the USA secures him 3rd place. Zimbabwe's Filani Moyo, though, had a disastrous time at gate 3, capsizing his kayak, breaking his paddle, and he struggled to stay upright for the rest of his run. French paddler Nico Chassing is on course for the fastest time until he incurs a 2-second penalty and is stopped in his tracks by a powerful hydraulic. A further 2 seconds are added to his overall time for capsizing. Now it's all left to Ken Mutton of New Zealand, who steps up to the challenge. Despite a 2-second penalty for an Eskimo roll in gate 5, he takes first place with a time of 2 minutes 40.7, beating Chassing by just 1.24 seconds.
I had a pretty good run. I went pretty fast, I think, but the last run I had a touch and a roll, but I think it was a pretty quick run still.
So at the end of day 1, Kiwi Ken Mutton is presented with his prize and temporary ownership of the leader's yellow jersey. The next day and the head-to-head sprint through Stairway to Heaven. Competitors race in heats of 4, with the top 2 from each heat advancing through to the final. In this first heat, we see Steve Fisher, Brad Ludden, Simon Westgarth and Nico Chassing. Westgarth and Chassing make it through. In the next heat, current leader Ken Mutton and Alex Nix are eliminated by Ollie Foulette, bib number 16, and Mike Abbott, bib number 5. With such a strong field in the final, it was always going to be close. But as the group approached the finish line, Ireland's Simon Westgarth just manages to hold on to take first place, with Foulette in second and Chassing in third. And so to day 3 of the event, and competitors make their way down for the freestyle surf event on a stationary breaking wave known to these kayakers as Rapid 12B. Competitors must combine controlled surfing of the wave with various direction changes and acrobatic moves. Technical points are determined by the verticality and number of direction changes performed. The score is then applied to a variety multiplier, which is derived from the number of different moves performed. Paddlers with the highest score were ultimately those who were able to utilize the whole wave for maximum variety. Some impressive vertical sequences put Canada's Billy Harris into third place. Current European champion Alex Nix pulled it out of the bag to take second. But ultimately, 2 times world silver medalist and Olympian Corin Addison demonstrated that he had learnt a thing or two over the years as he took first place.
Rapid 12B in the Zambezi is sort of like being a bantamweight boxer in a tandem sumo wrestling contest. You go out there and you just take it like a man. It's big and mean.
A substantial lead in the freestyle event was sufficient to put Addison into the lead overall, giving him the yellow jersey. Going into the final day, overall scores are close, and competitors will have to fight it out to the end for the top spots. The format for the Oblivion Surf-Off is simple. Competitors are given 1 hour to have as many rides as possible on the mighty Oblivion wave. The competitor with the longest ride wins. First up is Julie Dion of Canada, who sets the pace with a massive surf, which ends her day's paddling, but not before securing her third place.
For me, surfing Rapid 18 is like getting stuck between a particle accelerator and an avalanche. It can get pretty frisky in there.
For the next hour, the field attempts to harness the power of the river, with some competitors inflicting the Oblivion wave on themselves over 20 times. With only a few minutes remaining, Mike Abbott from New Zealand is cartwheeled and launched in all directions, giving him a long enough ride to take first place.
I quite enjoyed the feeling of it actually. After my first 20 rides, I was quite well loosened up and taken some big gulps of air. So yeah, it was quite pleasant.
And after the final scores are calculated, it's Mike Abbott who claims the overall winner's title in the 2000 Zambezi Big Water Invitational, with Corin Addison taking second and Alex Nix in third.